According to recent data from Allstate Insurance, roughly 80% of collisions on Canadian roads are caused by distracted driving. Alberta leads the rest of the country in the most distracted driving tendencies like texting, talking on the phone, and eating. Distracted driving collisions should be avoidable, since all provinces and territories have some amount of legislation in place to penalize multitasking drivers. But the laws are as varied as the Canadian landscape. British Columbia. All handheld electronic equipment is banned, and novice drivers are not allowed to use hands-free equipment. Television screens, like those in minivans, cannot be visible to the driver. The fine. If you're caught, you can receive a fine of $167 and a penalty of 3 points. Alberta. Recent legislation means drivers cannot talk on handheld cell phones while driving, but can still talk with a hands-free device. Texting or looking at a video screen besides a GPS system is banned. Drivers cannot fiddle with MP3 players and can only adjust music players that have controls connected to the vehicle. The fine for breaking this law is $172. Saskatchewan. A ban on all handheld communication is in place, and novice drivers are not allowed to use hands-free equipment. Electronic screens visible to the driver have to be attached to the vehicle and may only be used to aid the driver with the task of driving. If caught breaching any of this, the fine is $280, which includes a victim surcharge of $60 and 4 demerit points. Manitoba. Texting, talking, or emailing on a handheld device is banned. Using other cell phone or smartphone functions are banned unless they are being used hands-free by voice commands or one touch. The fine is approximately $200. Ontario. All handheld wireless communication devices are banned. With a few exceptions, any screen in the vehicle cannot be visible to the driver. Police may issue tickets and drivers can settle out of court by paying a fine of $125 plus a $25 victim surcharge and $5 court costs for a total of $155. Drivers who receive a summons or who contest their ticket by going to court may face a fine of up to $500. There are no demerit points associated with an offense. Quebec. Simply holding a device with a telephone function is an offense. Communicating with a hands-free device is permitted. The fine for texting and driving or holding a cell phone can range from $115 to $154, and 3 demerit points can be given. New Brunswick. The latest to introduce legislation in late November 2010. The use of hands-free cell phones would be permitted under the legislation. Drivers would also be allowed to follow a GPS device, but it would be illegal to program or adjust it while driving. Television-style viewing screens, DVD players, and computer screens would not be allowed within the driver's view. Violators would be subject to a fine of $172 and the loss of 3 points. Nova Scotia. Handheld cell phone use is only allowed in emergency situations, so texting, talking, or otherwise using a handheld device is banned. Breaking this law will bring a fine between $50 and $200. Prince Edward Island. It is illegal to text, dial, chat, email, or search using a handheld communication device. Drivers breaking this law could face fines ranging from $250 to $400 and 3 demerit points upon conviction. Newfoundland and Labrador. All handheld cellular phones are banned. Text messaging is banned on any communications device. Programming a GPS when the car is in motion is also banned. Drivers convicted of using an electronic device will be subject to a minimum fine of $100 with a maximum fine of $400 and the accumulation of 4 demerit points.